How to make Deben. Different methods, pros and cons, tips and tricks, and my least favorite role. There are two main ways to make Deben: working in the mine and trading barrels. Yes, there are other ways to get Deben, but for this video, we'll focus on these two. We'll discuss the pros and cons of each method and compare them. How to get Deben based on your status and preferences. How you get Deben depends on your status and personal preference. If you're a peasant without any Deben, your only option is to work in the wheat fields. Do this as long as you like, or until you've saved enough to become a citizen. Once you're a citizen, more opportunities open up. You can earn wages by sitting in market shops. How much you make depends on the current rate. Personally, I don't work in the shops often. It's boring, and there are better ways to get Deben. Another way is by baking bread, which helps keep the market stocked with food. How the food chain works: prophets sacrifice cows to keep the gods happy. When the gods are happy, it rains and wheat grows. The wheat is harvested to bake bread and stock the food shop. The food shop is the only place to get food and drink. My favorite way to make Deben: selling ores. My favorite way to make Deben is by selling ores. Buy a pickaxe and head to the mine. The deeper you go, the better the rewards. But beware, it can be dangerous. Going in is easy. Making it out alive is the tricky part. It's important to bring food, drink, and make sure you're well rested. If you're too tired, you won't make it across the bridge. Crossing the bridge in the mine. If you fall in the lava, you'll die. The bridge is unstable and falls apart when you step on it. I've died here many times, but I managed to cross about 90% of the time by running straight across without stopping. On the way back, line up with the bridge, run full speed, and jump just before reaching it. Usually one jump works, but sometimes you'll still end up in the lava if things go wrong. For example, if the gods become unhappy and you fall ill, you might not be able to run fast enough. Selling ores for profit. If you escape the mine, you'll need to sell your ores to make a profit. Head to the ore trader outside the city, past the wheat fields near the boat shop. Different ores sell for different amounts, and you'll need to consider the current tax rate. If tax is set at 50%, you'll only get half the selling price. While no one likes paying taxes, they're necessary. Wages and food prices come out of the Pharaoh's bank account, and taxes are the only way to put Deben back into it. This is how the economy works in the game, and in real life. Since the beginning of time, everyone pays taxes. Get used to it. Another great way to make Deben: trading barrels. Another way to make Deben is by buying a boat and trading barrels at the barrel trader. This can be very profitable, but you'll need enough Deben to invest in a boat and the barrels, which cost 25 Deben each and sell for 100 Deben before taxes. Like ores, taxes apply here too. The largest merchant ship costs 180 Deben and holds up to 4 barrels, so you'll need at least 280 Deben to get started. I also suggest bringing food and drink for the trip. Which is better, working in the mine or trading barrels? Both options have their risks. We've covered the dangers in the mine, but boating has its challenges too. Navigating is difficult, and you could end up stranded if you're not careful. If another boat crashes into yours, it could take on water, and you'll be stuck out there. This happened to me once, but luckily I got a ride back. If you're in good shape, you can also swim back. How long is the trip? Loading barrels, sailing to the trader, and returning takes around 7 minutes, if nothing goes wrong. You'll also need to sleep, so you'll have to run back to town. This makes the time investment comparable to mining, which takes about 14 minutes on average. As I said, it's a matter of personal preference. If you can't afford to invest, working in the mine is the better option. I usually prefer mining because it's more interactive. Sitting around doing nothing like the shop workers is just boring. Oops, did I say that out loud? I meant it. Ha ha ha, I'm just joking, it's not that bad. But there is one job I avoid like the plague. Can you guess what it is? Being the Pharaoh. Oh, good God, I hate being the Pharaoh. And it's not because I don't like the idea. It's because I'm terrible at it. Every time I suddenly become Pharaoh, something crazy happens. I lock myself in the palace, drop the wages to 0, and crank the tax rate to 100%. It's chaos. Don't worry, it only happens in smaller servers with 5 or 6 players. I even have it all on video, and who knows, maybe it could make some good content. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. And if you're still watching, thank you. Bye!